me say one more to you, okay? What? What is that?
The elephants at Singapore Zoo are Asian, and they are smaller than those found in Africa. They are female and do not have tusks. Only male Asian elephants have tusks.
We went to the Elephants of Asia and saw a show where elephants picked up all kinds of things with their trunks, from a little hat to a big heavy log.
Elephants are intelligent and inquisitive animals. They're also strong and agile. Even on a narrow pathway, if there's something in their way, they figure out how to walk around it or step over it. To keep them strong and stimulate their minds, the elephant keepers come up with new challenges and physical activities they enjoy. For instance, baby elephants like to kick big rubber balls and chase them. The adult elephants join in too. They never lose their sense of fun.
Sometimes they step on the ball, and it makes a big noise when it pops. All the elephants run away, but then they come back to the keeper because they want another ball to play with. Our next stop is near Australasia, where the animals from Australia and Papua New Guinea live. This is your stop to see the kangaroos and their cousins, the wallabies. Every now and then, one of the females has a joey, or baby kangaroo, in her pouch. On hot days, the kangaroos and wallabies sit in the shade, licking themselves. They do that to cool off. You can also meet the tree kangaroos. There really are kangaroos that live in trees. Do look out the cassowary, a huge flightless bird. This is also your stop for the primate kingdom, where you can see different kinds of monkeys living on islands with lots of plants for them to rest and move around, like they do in the wild.
Micaiah and Nupella, two of the tree kangaroos in the Australasia exhibit, are here for a special reason.
The zoo put them together so they'll have babies.
There aren't as many tree kangaroos in the wild as there used to be. People are still destroying their habitat. So zoos around the world, including Singapore, are working together to encourage tree kangaroos to reproduce. That's why they put Micaiah and Nupella together. I call them the love couple of Australasia.
Do you think they'll have babies?
I hope so. If endangered species in zoos have more babies, then these rare and wonderful animals won't go extinct. The Singapore Zoo has very successful breeding programs for many threatened animals, including orangutans, elephants, white rhinos, pangolins, and hornbills.
Look for an exhibit with graceful dancers performing an underwater ballet. I'm kidding. This is where the pygmy hippos live. When they tiptoe through the water, they look a little like ballerinas in toe shoes.
Wild pygmy hippos in West Africa are endangered, but under human care, they breed well. More than 10 have been born here in Singapore, a big success story for the breeding program.
Also hidden just down the path here is one of my favorite animals.
Which one would that be? You have so many.
The white tigers. You've absolutely got to visit them and the cool interactive center where you'll find out how to save tigers in the wild.
orangutans as we pass through this area. Orangutan means man of the forest in the Malay language. You'll see two subspecies, the golden brown Sumatran orangutan and the darker Bornean orangutan. They live in a spacious, free-range environment with trees and climbing platforms for them to move around like they would in the wild. In Borneo and Sumatra, where wild orangutans are found, logging, poaching, and forest fires have destroyed their forest homes. Their natural habitat may be threatened, but this amazing creature, the man of the forest, will survive thanks to breeding programs at Singapore Zoo and worldwide.
More of my favorite animals are a short walk from our next stop. It's the part of the zoo called Wild Africa, where you can meet cheetahs, warthogs, zebras, painted dogs, lions, and other big cats.
Rhinoceroses and giraffes also live in wild Africa. Don't miss the token feedings, which allow you to get up close with the rhino or giraffe and feed them.
Tram stop 3, Wild Africa. Wild Africa, this stop.
Welcome to Wild Africa. We're just passing the white rhinos on the right. Across from them is the exhibit for the African painted dogs.
You might not see them from the tram, but there's a viewing hut where you can get a good look. That's why we get off at the stop and walk around. You can see the animals up close.
Next on the right, you'll see zebras. And on the left, cheetahs. These are all animals of the savannah.
What's a savanna?
A grassy plain with only a few trees.
I'd like to see cheetahs on the savannah. They're the fastest land mammal.
Cheetahs can run at speeds equivalent to 115 kilometers an hour.
Wow!
Did you know the white rhinos almost went extinct because of hunting?
Really?
Yes, but they're making a comeback, thanks to conservation work and breeding programs in zoos around the world. Many baby rhinos have been bred here at the Singapore Zoo.
It's easy to spot the giraffes because their necks are so long. And if you're lucky, you might see lions on the left. You can see more big cats if you walk through cat country.
The zoo has token feedings, which allow guests to get up close with the animals and feed them.
Yeah, I got to feed Rowie, the most famous giraffe in Singapore. I held out a big bunch of leaves, and he grabbed the whole thing with his long black tongue. It made my hand all slobbery.
Most animals will accept food offered to them readily. Zoo guests should only give them food at token feedings, under a keeper's supervision.
Chloe and Ronnie had a baby, didn't they?
That's right. Its name is Jubilee. When people come to the zoo, they usually expect to see great big animals like elephants, giraffes, or bears. But the world has some amazing small animals too, particularly the ones who live in the rainforests around the world. That's where you find the Madagascan ring-tailed lemur, the Malayan flying fox, the mouse deer, and many others. You can meet these unique and beautiful creatures close to our next stop. They live in a huge aviary called Fragile Forest. That name always reminds me that our planet's rainforests truly are fragile. They're disappearing every day.
Tram stop 4, Fragile Forest. Fragile Forest, this stop. This is also where to hop off if you want to enjoy Rainforest Kids World and watch the Animal Friends show.
This stop is the Rainforest Kids World, where kids can splash in jets of water, ride a wild animal carousel, and take a close look at animals like rabbits and goats. A little too old for kids world now.
Well, I'm not. This part of the zoo is home to the mandrills and chimpanzees.
The best way to see them close up is to take a walk.
On our left, you might glimpse some mandrills. The dominant male has a colorful bottom and bright red and blue markings on its face like a mask. Next, we'll pass the chimpanzees.
Sometimes they walk around with twigs in their hands.
In the wild, they use twigs to poke into termite mounds for termites. In Singapore Zoo, the keepers place honey in the artificial termite mound, and the chimps use twigs to get to the honey. Chimpanzees are intelligent. Wild chimpanzees work as a group to hunt monkeys.
Trying to show you, like if you want to see that kind of the animal, you have to walk this direction. So they have different animals pointing in different directions because they are at different places.
Soon we will pass a gazebo on our right. Look nearby for a life-size sculpture of an orangutan. This sculpture is a memorial to an animal who remains a symbol of Singapore Zoo.
We were here just now, right?
You're right.
She was famous. VIPs like Elizabeth Taylor, Michael Jackson, and Great Britain's Prince Philip asked to visit Singapore.
Yeah,
She was also an intelligent orangutan and a devoted mother.
Last time you played baby one, right? You remember?
Amang cared for 5 babies of her own and 2 that she adopted. When her keeper wanted to check her baby's health, she would hand them to him. That's how completely she trusted her keeper. She enjoyed meeting people, and the people loved her. 4,000 mourners came to her funeral.
Singapore has a new Amang. She is the granddaughter of the first Amang. If you say you're going to the zoo, anyone in Singapore will probably say, you're going to see Amang. I used to think reptiles were slimy, scary things.
Yeah, we walk past here, the
Then a
penguin.
reptile keeper told me that they have dry skin and they are really clean.
And intelligent, too. There's one tortoise who got in the keeper's way whenever they tried to clean up the exhibit. The tortoise knew they were going to turn on the hose, and it wanted a shower. One giant tortoise in Reptopia is more than 80 years old.
That's Astor.
Giant tortoises can live to over 200 years, so Astor will most likely outlive many of us. We're approaching the heart of the zoo. This is your stop for the animal shows. It's also where you'll find the Amang restaurant, which serves something for everyone, whether it's Asian or Western food. That's where the zoo presents its jungle breakfast with wildlife.